What's up, guys? Welcome back to Charge the Game. I'll be your host, Chuck, and today's episode is about Mr. Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs III, I believe. Now, if you guys don't remember who Mr. Henry Ruggs is, he was a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, and he got into some deep shit as this guy was literally driving under the influence and killed a woman and her dog. But before we get into this video, I want you guys to do a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It should be right there in the right corner. If not, it's also a subscribe button under the video. You guys go ahead and hit that button for me. I'm really trying to grow my subscribers by continuously pushing out this good content for you guys, and I really appreciate it. So let's get back to the video. So we already know that this guy is he's done for. Nobody in the NFL is going to touch this guy probably ever again. And I know we had the rare situation with Michael Vick. You know, I think he did like a year and got out. And, you know, my Eagles, you know, we good people. We signed him, and I believe he was under Andy Reid for a few years, right? I don't think this is that situation for Henry Ruggs. Michael Vick was such a dynamic player and quarterback and playmaker to where, like, the talent just spoke for itself. But we know nowadays that college football produces wide receivers at a high, rapid rate. So we're not really worried about this guy ever entering a football arena again unless he's a fan. We all know that back in 2021, November 2nd, 2021, of course, and I got it pulled up on the screen here, that this dude, Ruggs, was drunk driving his Corvette, right? So we're going to read the police report that was initiated back then, and then we're going to go to the following sentencing, because he got sentenced today to 3 to 10 years and eligible for parole after 3 years, right? So this is straight from Yahoo Sports, right? Police said that Ruggs was drunk driving his Corvette at 156 miles per hour. What an idiot, right? 156 miles per hour on a Las Vegas street early on November 2nd, 2021, before he crashed into Tintor's Toyota RAV4, right? The impact ruptured the gas tank, killing Tintor and her golden retriever, Max. Ruggs' blood was drawn at a hospital after an approved warrant. His blood alcohol content was 0.16, twice the legal limit in Nevada. Now, I want you guys to just pay attention to this. This dude was driving 156 miles per hour, right? I get it. Actually, I don't get it. Let me take that back. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You had the chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to change your whole family, generational wealth. Because he was a pretty good receiver. I remember when he got drafted. I can't remember what college he was drafted out of, but I'm sure at some point this report will cover it. But this is just young, dumb shit. These guys get all this money and act like they don't got no sense because they feel like with this money that they're untouchable. Right? But they made an example out of this boy. He is no longer in the NFL. His NFL dreams are crushed. And for what? You know what I mean? I'm surprised that he only got 3 to 10 years of sentencing. So let's go look here at the actual sentence, which was today, right? This comes from ESPN, right? An article straight out of ESPN. It says, ex-Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III sentenced to 3 to 10 years in fatal DUI. Former Las Vegas Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs III was sentenced Wednesday to 3 to 10 years in prison for a November 2021 drunken driving crash that killed a Las Vegas woman and her dog. Ruggs could be eligible for parole after 3 years, right? I just covered that, right? Ruggs, 24, had been under house arrest with alcohol and location electronic monitoring devices since pleading guilty in May to 1 count of DUI resulting in death and 1 count of misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter in the crash that killed Tina and her dog Max. On Wednesday, Ruggs read from a statement directed at Tintor's family in which he apologized for his actions, right? So let's see. This is what he said now. To the parents and family of Miss Tintor, I sincerely apologize for the pain and suffering, Ruggs said. Standing between his lawyers in a dark blue suit, Ruggs addressed Schwartz and said he let his family, teammates, and those that believed in him down with my actions. He said that he has searched for answers over the past 21 months since the crash to explain his actions, but offers no excuses and hopes to begin the healing process for himself and for others. Ruggs hopes to raise awareness of the dangers of driving both impaired and with excessive speed. My actions are not a true reflection of me. Ruggs said. Now, I'm just surprised at how this guy took a life, right, due to DUI. And I'll probably have to look up the Las Vegas laws on this, or maybe I'm going crazy, but it just don't make sense to me that a guy who took a life, right, is only sentenced to 10 years, right? We got a dude, Tory Lanez, who just shot somebody's toe and grazed it and got 10 years. They didn't even say 3 to 10 years, just a flat out 10 years, right? So, I don't know, man. I think they took it a little light on the sentence. Either that or the family refused a huge incentive from Ruggs, or maybe even the NFL or the Las Vegas Raiders, right? Some type of settlement had to be made for this dude to only get 3 to 10 years, which we most likely know he'll be released out of 3 years, because obviously the kid made a mistake, right? A stupid, foolish mistake. And I just don't see this guy doing a hard 10, man. I don't. And I hope that this guy isn't in Gen Pop. It goes on to say, guys, and this is more of the sad part about this, right? And this is the Chief Deputy. Chief Deputy District Attorney Eric Ballman handles thousands of cases, but he has kept the Ruggs file prominently on his desk for nearly 2 years. He said he has stopped at Tinter's Memorial and left tennis balls for Max. It was a horrific case, Ballman said. What sticks with me the most about it, the crash didn't kill her. She could have walked away from impact and lived a completely normal life, but she burned to death. And her dog burned to death. See, I didn't even know all that, y'all. And she suffered. It haunts me. I drive past the memorial all the time and stop, and just the thought of it never leaves my mind, right? So I really made this video today because I want to, just reach out to all of the young athletes that are processing through the drafts of the NBA, the NFL. Man, I don't see how people continue to make these mistakes. Whether it's Henry Ruggs, DUIs, or NBA basketball with Ja Morant and Zion. You kids nowadays have the privilege of being so spoiled, right? You got the best medicines. You got the best agents. You got the best training facilities. You got the best doctors. You are getting the most money athletes have made. Do you know back in the day what a star NFL athlete would have given to have had a contract like Henry Ruggs? And I think he was still on his rookie contract. You guys got to learn how to use your head out there, man. And let this be an example on what to do and what not to do. Clearly what not to do, most importantly, right? Here's a guy whose life is gone down the drain because he took somebody else's life. Probably trying to show out. Probably feeling like he was him and he could do whatever he wanted. Now look at him. Look at him. And I know a lot of people watching this video is going to say, well, you shouldn't be talking about that. He's a brother. Like, no. Like I told y'all, I'm for what's right. This guy was wrong. We don't know what type of life Miss Tinter could have lived out. You know what I mean? Maybe she had aspirations of, going on to be a teacher or playing a sports or being in the Olympics, or obviously she was into tennis, right? So we don't know. You know what I mean? This person has lost their life due to stupidity of this guy, of Henry Ruggs, right? And a lot of people thinking because he's a brother, we supposed to take pity. No, we got to learn how to stand up for what's right. You know what I mean? So it's just my thoughts on that. I think that the youth should look at this and benefit from it and learn what to do and what not to do. Take this as a lesson, because that's the only way we learn is by people's mistakes and people's success. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Sometimes people have to be made an example for us to learn. And this was an example. So like always, like, share, subscribe. How you feel about this? You know what I mean? Do you think that it was a fair treatment? Do you think that he got a fair sentencing? 3 to 10 years? I think it was a little bit of a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? You guys let me know how you charge to the game. Peace.